Dear students, today I am going to talk about Elegy. Elegy was originated in ancient Greece and in modern uses. Nowadays, elegy is any poem which is a kind of lamentation on the death of some near and dear one. In ancient times, elegy covered war songs, love poems, political verses, lamentations for the dead, in fact, a wide range of subjects, both grave and gay. The Greeks judged this composition by its form, not by its subject matter. It was written in the elegiac measure. Elegiac measure is a couplet composed of a dactylic hexameter followed by a dactylic pentameter. That is, one long syllable and two short, 6 times in the first line and 5 times in the second. Any poem written in this meter ranked as an elegy, whatever its theme might be. In modern uses, it is the theme that matters, not the meter. And the classical elegiac measure is not used in English verse. An elegy nowadays takes its uh, name from its subject matter, not from its form. While no rules are laid down for the meter, the theme of an elegy must be mournful or sadly reflective. It is usually a lamentation for the dead, though it may be inspired by other somber themes such as unrequited love, uh, the fall of famosity, and the like. It is written as a tribute to something loved and lost. As a rule, it is less spontaneous than the lyric, except when it takes a purely lyric form and is often elaborate in style like the poets. For example, Tennyson's elegy Break, Break, Break is that elegy Break, Break, Break takes a purely lyric form. Thus, in writing an elegy, an English poet is not limited to any one form but may choose whatever seems to him most fitting. Though some of the most touching poems of personal loss have been written in very simple language, the formal elegy usually aims at an effect of dignity and solemnity without a sense of strain or artificiality. This was magnificently achieved by Thomas Gray in his elegy written in a country churchyard, and the form he adopted, quatrains in iambic pentameter, was ideal for his purpose. Iambic pentameter consists of the lines of 10 syllables alternately short and long. We read it, however, as it was intended to be read as a conscious work of art, not a spontaneous expression of sorrow. Otherwise, any elaborate and complex mode of utterance might cause us to question the sincerity of the poet's emotion, as Dr. Johnson did when he remarked, "Where there is leisure for fiction, there is little grief." The elegy lends itself more readily than other forms of poetry to discursive reflections on the part of the poet. Death is so vast and evocative a subject that it leads the poet to regions of thought he might not normally explore. Milton laments the degradation of poetry and religion in Lycidas, an elegy on the death of a learned friend, Edward King, whom he sincerely mourned. Tennyson philosophizes on the puzzles of life and destiny in his elegy In Memoriam. In Memoriam is an elegy on the death of his friend Arthur Heller. Again, we take an example of elegy which is written by Shelley, and the elegy is Adonais, and this one is on the death of John Keats. During the Renaissance period, a new kind of elegy was introduced into English poetry, and it is known as pastoral elegy. It followed a convention by which the poet represented himself as a shepherd bewailing the loss of a companion. The manner of his speech and the setting were borrowed from rustic life, and whatever the poet had to say or describe was phrased accordingly. This convention lasted down to modern times. Milton's Lycidas and Matthew Arnold's Thyrsis, in memory of his friend the poet H. Clough, are both pastoral elegies, employing pastoral images and sentiments. Spenser's Astrophel is also a pastoral elegy, lamenting his patron and intimate friend, Sir Philip Sidney. So today we have known about elegy, and I think this discussion will help the students to understand and appreciate the poem Elegy written in a country churchyard by Thomas Cole. Thanks.